Sorry I'm late, folks, but had some errands to run. But let's get started. Detroit Tigers, Houston Astros about to collide. And there is Framber Valdez getting ready to start for the Astros. 111 whip, 169 strikeouts, 15-7 record, 2.91 ERA, and a 221 opposition batting average. The two pitches you got to watch out for with this guy are his curveball and his sinker pitch. What is the X factor in this series? Well, if you look at the Astros, it's consistency. They've been in the postseason since 2015, 8 of the last 9 years. Only year they didn't make it, 2016. On the flip side, the X factor for the Astros, for the Tigers, is the guy leading the charge, AJ Hinch. This is their first time back for the Tigers, back in the land of milk and honey, since 2014. Ow. Kind of weird not to see that many fans in the seats in Houston today, but maybe they'll fill up as we go along. First pitch on the way, and playoff baseball begins with a slinker low on the inside edge, strike one. Matt Vierling leads off for the Tigers. He hits 257 with 16 homers and 57 RBIs, a 107 OPS plus. 0-1, ground ball to first. Caratini scoops it up. He'll step on the bag, one down. Justin Henry Malloy up next. A6 OPS, 8 homers, 21 RBIs. He's a bit of a late entry as the DH this past season. Low and out, ball one. This was a team that was 10 games out at 8 under, or the 10th in the second week of August, but in the last 6+ weeks, they've turned it around. Let's try this one. 2-0. Outside 3-0. And there's ball 4. Riley Green now up. Ball 1. Strike 1 over the middle. Valdez's biggest strength is that grounder. He needs double play balls. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sorry about that. There's been a glitch running today. Ground ball to second, over the short for one, over the first, double play, inning over. And the Tigers only get a walk, and they strand, and that gets erased. Flood warnings for Iredell, Mecklenburg, and one other, and Gaston, or Gaston and Mecklenburg, if you're wondering, T. They've been basically blattering that crap for the last few days. BRB, folks. And we get started with the bottom of the first. Here is Jose Altuve. Lineup for the Astros is Altuve second, Tucker in right, Alvarez DHing, Bregman in third, Diaz behind the plate, Pena at short, Caratini at first. I didn't see who was in left, and Altuve is going to launch one left field, but it's short of the track and caught, one down. One pitch, one out for the Tigers. And let's look at Tarek Skubal. 18-4 record, 2.39 ERA, 2.28 in strikeouts. He led the NL in all four categories: wins, ERA, whip, and strikeouts. His whip, 0.92 for those wondering. And here's Kyle Tucker. Strike one. Tucker finished with 23 homers and 49 RBIs. So any runs he got in were scarce, and more, he was there for contact hitting and not run scoring. That's chopped. First, Torkelson will scoop it up, trot to the bag, two down. First pitch to Jordan, he takes an inside back slider, four-seamer, 0-1. And it just catches the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Ground ball to second. And that's an easy 1-2-3 inning that takes only five pitches for Skubal. So nothing across for both sides. No score after one. Tigers will send Ibanez, Perez, and Torkelson to the plate next. For those wondering what the rest of the Tiger lineup was outside of Beerly, Malloy, Green, it's Abraham Ibanez, let me see. Second thought, just forget it. Golden Bachelorette. So basically, a bunch of 50-year-olds going after 50-year-old men going after a 50-year-old woman. Good grief. They'll do anything to make a buck on reality television nowadays. Yeah, we know ABC is going to try to rig the vice presidential election, debate in favor of Tim Walz. I vote on. Thank God I am skipping it. Skipping this shit tonight because we know David Moore is a crooked piece of dog crap who deserves to get his journalistic integrity license stripped because we know he's in Harris's pocket. So you know what? To ABC's debaters, debate moderators, fuck you all to hell. Oh, and Astros Macho Man. Sorry to get a little political, folks, but that's just how I feel after what happened during the presidential one last month. First pitch from Valdez to Ibanez, ball one. Andy Ibanez, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. So again, another utility player for the Tigers in a key spot. 1-1, that sinker does catch the outside part edge of the plate. 1-1 outside. I with the changeup, 2-1. Those wondering what held me up, I had a chiropractor appointment at 1 o'clock. Then I got lunch at Taco Bell. That's popped up. Right center field. And Myers makes the catch. 1 down. And I ended up having to stop at Food Line because from this, on Friday, I'm planning to make this with my life coach, Manhattan Vichy Swat. Strike one. Lincel Perez is low, 1-1. It was a curveball. Oh, so his name is Wenceel Perez. Never heard of him. 9 homers, 37 RBIs. That's driving into right field. We got our first hit of the ball game. It's a 1-out single. Over the head of Altuve, or was especially when you consider Hinch is the linchpin of this Tiger team, who wants payback on the Astros for basically throwing into the wolves when their little cheating scandal that occurred in 2017 got out. Spencer Torkelson now up for the Tigers, 10 homers, 37 RBIs, 219 batting average, not the best you could find for a first baseman. That's fouled off 0-2. Here's the 0-2 on its way from Valdez. And it's low, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Ow. 2-2 to Torkelson. Foul tipped. We'll do it again. Foul to the backstop, and we'll do it again. Two. Just missed. Full count. Yeah, while the Tigers may be a great base running team, they don't, in my view, don't hold account to teams like Milwaukee or Washington. Payoff pitch is outside, inside, and too close in, ball 4. The Tigers will have runners on first and second. Valdez is in trouble right out of the chute. Here's Meadows. That's a chopper. Back to Altuve. Over the second for 1. Over the first. Not in time. They'll get a force out at second, but that's about it. First and third, 2 out. There's Jake Rogers. I don't understand why Valdez practices pitch throwing with his right hand when he's a natural southpaw. I mean, I get he can be versatile, but he's listed as a left-hander. Just stick to the south side, Ike Fromber. Keep in mind, I'm not a fan of either of these teams. First pitch is low, ball 1. Jake Rogers came to the Tigers as part of the Verlander trade back in 17. He hit below the Mendoza line, i.e., 200 batting average or below, which means he's a pretty free swing and rather reckless catcher. Ball 2. With a bat. To a pitch. In the dirt, 3-0. Valdez under the pressure of possibly getting the bags loaded. Astros have never had to deal with this situation 2 years ago when they faced Seattle and basically crushed them. No, wait, no, they didn't. Ground ball through the hole, base hit, and the Tigers will get on the board first. And the Tigers get on the board first. Pena just missed the dive on the glove to get that glove on it. And even if he did get it, yeah, his only play would have been the first, but I even doubt he would be able to get him upon getting back up onto his feet. Sweeney now up. He takes low, ball 1. Trey Sweeney. Again, when you look at this Tigers core, it's basically a misdrewn collection of parts that don't seem to have much productivity. That's driven in the center field for a base hit. Perez rounds third, and he scores. The other runner moves up to third. It's another single, 2-0 Tigers. I was not expecting this to start the day. Meadows scores. Rogers goes to third. whatever contingency of fans that flew down from Houston to Detroit, and from Detroit are getting a "Let's Go Tigers" chant going in Minute Maid Park. Astros gonna burn one of their 7 mound visits, including one with the pitching coach. They were second in the NL. Tigers finished second in the majors this year in terms of base running runs at plus 10. Only team to outflank them, the Diamondbacks, plus 13. First pitch, ball 1 on the Veerling. And Astros fans are starting to hate the pitch usage. Way outside on the curveball, 2-0. Yeah, 35 pitches through an inning and 2/3. There's a strike with the sinker, but it high rose on him. 2-1. And already we got a few Astros getting warmed up to go do some bullpen throws. Ain't that the truth? That's driven to right down the line, but it's going to hook foul. Two on the 2-2 on the way. Driven up the middle again. Base hit. Another run comes home for the Tigers. 3-0 Detroit. Sweeney will stop at second. Veerling gets an RBI single. Fromber Valdez is getting pounded right out of the chute. Strike 1 on the curveball. All by the Malloy, who walked in the first at bat, but he got erased on a double play ball. Ball in the first. That's fouled, 0-2. Last year, Valdez was horrible in the postseason, going 0-3. So he missed strike 3, but collateral damage has been done. The Tigers get 3 on 4, bring in 3 on 4 hits, all of them singles, and they strand 2. Inning and a half complete, 3-0 Detroit. Great googly moogly. Anyone remember that Snickers commercial from about 30 years ago with the repaint of the Chiefs end zone? The guy misspells it as chefs. No, I'm asking my audience. Seriously? A Love Boat medical drama? It'll be Bregman, Diaz, and Pena due up for the Astros, and Pena takes a heater strike one over the plate, like from Scooble. Bregman finished the year with 26 homers, 75 RBIs, and a 260 batting average. Swing and miss at the high heat, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. That's grounded to first. Torkelson will scoop it up, trot over to the bag, one down. Pena whacks one, but it's going to go foul and back towards the crowd, 0-1. He has finished with a 299 batting average, 16 homers, 84 RBIs. That's off of the hand of Scooble. He'll barehand it, and he gets the out. Bounced off his glove, which knocked his glove off, and then he had to scramble the pit, and then he had to grab the ball and barehand throw it right to Torkelson to get the out. But you gotta wonder how badly his hand got hit. Medical team of the Tigers, manager A.J. Hinch coming out to check on their ace pitcher. The only saving grace is that he didn't get hit on his pitching hand, so he might be able to stay in the game. Because the ball ricocheted off his glove and knocked that off. But this would be a big blow. Okay, let's watch this again. He didn't. It bounced off his... It hit off his hand and knocked his glove off, and then he had to hit him on the wrist of his non-throwing hand, bounced off. He should be okay since it wasn't his pitching hand. Here's Jeremy Pena. Strike one. Oh, that was Diaz who hit that liner. Pena finished with 15 and 70 on a 266 batting average. That's a chop foul, 0-2. It's weird these two teams haven't played each other since June. Anyway, 0-2 pitch. Way out. Up and away, 1-2. Ow. And now the seats at Minute Maid are beginning to fill up. 1-2. Leighton fouled it off. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, strike three. Six up, six down, 21 to go. 3-0 Tigers. Ugh. And we're back. Swung on and fouled off for Green by Riley Green, 0-1. Ground ball right back to Valdez, who will just fling it to first. One will just lollipop it to first. One down. Oh. Ball one. Yeah, and the only reason the Astros got busted after the 2019 season, that's driven in the right center, in the right field, going down the line, base hit. This is probably going to be a two-bagger. And it is. It's a one-out double for Ibanez. And for Andy Ibanez. That one went into the corner, but we know Ibanez isn't fast enough to try to go for three. Ball one on the Perez. And it went Sale Perez, who singled and scored a run. Curveball hit in there for a strike, 1-1. Slope chopper to Altuve. That'll move Ibanez to third, 2 down. There's Torkelson. Here comes that bull BS flood warning for Gaston and Mecklenburg County again. Strike one. I'm really starting to hate that thing. Anyway, Torkelson scored a run in the second after walking. Swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. 1-1. I mean, 0-2. In the left, caught by Pena to end the inning. Took a lazy single that would have scored a run. So damage is mitigated. It's a nothing, but a one-out double and an advancement. No runs, a hit, one stringer for the Tigers. 3-0 Detroit through 2.5. First pitch is a strike yet again. This one to Victor Caratini, who was a bit of a late addition to the team. 8 homers, only 30 RBIs. After that, he was on the bench most of the season. Ball 1. I mean, due to injuries, I don't remember what was the case. And the fact that he's only thrown 2 balls, including the one he just threw, out of his 17 pitches. That's driven to left field, and a base hit for the Astros. Caratini gets through on Skubal and breaks up a perfect game attempt. Not that you can really say he was perfect through 2. Perfect games don't really matter until you get past 5 innings. Yeah, too bad what they don't tell you about the ESPN app is that in order for them to work, you need to be hooked up to a fucking cable or dish company setup. Low in the dirt, ball 1 on the heater. I'm not making that up, folks. Mauricio Dubon, used quite often. 4 homers, 47 RBIs, 269 average. He fouls that one off, 1-1. That's foul. 1-2. Ground ball to short. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. They get the force out, though. Ball 1 to strike 1 to Myers, who's playing center. Oh, 1 way outside, 1-1. Way up high, 2-1. Now Skubal in trouble. Did he go? Yes, he did. 2-2. Fans don't like the call, but I saw that bat go over the plate. And on the changeup. Get back going with that kind of power fastball. We'll have one downside. The knife. Surgery sooner or later. 2-2. Swung and a miss. Strike 3. Bring on the changeup. Here's Altuve. That's a grounder down the left third base line, but it's going to go foul before it goes over the base. 0-1. Altuve was one of those who will, to this day, deny he did not use the trash cans as a signal on how to hit in 2017. Heck, he even defended his stance by saying he hated it whenever the trash can was banged. Ball one, because he viewed it as made it too fucking easy on what pitch was coming and which ones to hit. In his career, he's played 103 postseason games, 7th all time, tied for 3rd with 117 hits, 89 runs puts him at 2nd, 27 homers, 2nd all time, and 55 RBIs, 7th overall. 1-1, goes for the bunt. I don't know why. Strike 2. Doing a high heater that caught the outside edge of the plate. That's driven to left center, and that's going to drop for a hit. But it's brought back in quickly. It's a 2-out single for Altuve, so the tying run will be up at the plate, and that's Kyle Tucker. Basically the same spot where the first hit landed. Ball one, high heat. Missed close to half the season or a little more than that with a shin injury, with a shin fracture. Driven to left center, this one playable and caught. And Scooble gets out of trouble. He gives up 2 hits, strands 2, through 3, 3-0 Tigers. Oh, shut up, Gronk. I mean, Sam Elliott's 82 years old. You shouldn't have to put him through that. You know what I mean, Tracy? Sam Elliott? Yeah. Years of nothing time. You know what I mean? Yeah, too bad outside the one that Carolina Law, which only does dairy treats. I found a legit DQ outside of town. You know what I mean? The one that used to be near that food line was turned to Hungry House. Was the Astros manager saying this bullshit? Joe Espada. Oh, 1 pitch. Low. 1-1. Lee Parker Meadows up first. 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses at one in the dirt curve in the dirt. 1-2. Two and two. 2-2 pitch. That's driven in the center field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. So Parker Meadows has a leadoff single. For the lineup on Saturday, Auburn against Georgia, UFC 307, Monday night, Saints against Chiefs, and Tuesday we kick off hockey season with the Bruins taking on Florida. Strike one. Means apart to Jake Rogers with an RBI single already. Strike one. And strike two, I should say. Runner goes, driven to left field, but it's going to be caught, which means Mills will have to retreat back to first, and he's back safely. Timeout is, once again, it's another mound visit. Unless, of course, that's a spot and he's going to pull Valdez, which I don't think that's the case. I wonder what it's like in the NASCAR standings going into the day. Or Will Murphy. Strike one. Ball one, I should say. Okay, so Byron's leading the pack. Ball two. Then Blaney, Bell, Bush, Hamlin, Bowman, Elliott Logano stayed put. Ragg took a hit. Suarez stayed put. Briscoe jumped up. Cindric took a hit. And everyone else outside the top 12 was mathematically only a couple weeks ago, so they don't matter. Strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Runner goes, strike three, throw to second, not in time. It only takes ball one. One on the slider. Ball, strike one. I don't know how that caught the edge of the plate. On one pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. Did he go? No, he didn't. 3-1. Strike two. Full count. 2-2 ground balls. Payne will grab it. Fire to first, and that ends the inning. Toaster. Huh? With this? No. I just sit waiting through the commercials. Sometimes yes, but other times I turn the camera off and they won't see me. This will probably take until around 5:30. You might want to get out of here when you can. And we are back. First pitch is strike one to Alvarez. Yeah, very premature tree. Swing and a miss, strike two. 91-mile-an-hour slider. Seriously, I would prefer sliders that are more finesse-based than power-based. Alvarez was on the shelf most of the year, hence why he's only got 8 home runs. 0-2, ground ball up the middle, bounces through for a base hit in the center. Here's Bregman. Let's see what he's got here. Scribble now in trouble. He's given up 3 hits in the last couple of innings. That one's fouled off. Ball 2, ball 1. Yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. for Kansas City. There you go. No, he ain't. 2-2. Ball 3. Bregman waits on the payoff. Here it comes. And he fouls it off. We'll do it again. That's driven to left field down the line, but it's going to hook foul. That's foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. Oh, that's payoff pitch again. That's driven to right field, deep, but not carrying enough. 1 down. Foul ball, 0-1. Nope. 0-2. Yeah, shame indeed. 0-2. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. They'll go down. That's the truth. 0-2 on the way. Here it comes. That's driven foul again. Good grief. Just end the damn it bat before I have to use. Because I need to use the. Just end the damn thing because I gotta go to the can. Screwball puts Rosins up his throwing hand. Snap throw the first. Safe 1-2. I mean, don't expect Albie to take off. He's not that fast of a runner. He's more of a power bat first. I mean, he was the 2022 World Series MVP. Two and two. Ain't that the truth? Well, it was against Colorado, St. Louis, Philadelphia, Los Angeles. Chop foul. Two. In the dirt, full count. Diaz waiting. And ball 4. Run. Oh, he went down swing looking. I didn't catch it. I thought he was walking onto the base. Instead, he got struck out. Never mind. Oh, he did get walked. That brings up Jeremy Pena. And out comes A.J. Hinch, or is that the pitching coach? First pitch now to Pena. Low, ball 1. Ain't that the truth? 1-0. Catches the outside edge with the changeup. Outside edge with the changeup. 1-1. Chris Sale is out for the postseason. 1-1 is fouled off. 1-2. Purple people here. Strike 1. Strike 3, and that ends and that puts the second out. And purple and black. First pitch swung and missed to Caratini. Swung and a miss, strike 2. That one hit him? No, it didn't. 1-2. One, two. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3, and the Astros don't capitalize on 2 men on base again. 1 hit, a walk, but they get nothing out of it. 3-0 Tigers through 4. Well, yeah, of course he does. Every fucking North Democrat wants the publicity. Voting for tech criminals because they've shown time and again they hate the American people. Oh, shut up, Jackson. You protected those criminals, piece of trash. Taco Bell was lunch, remember? No, no. Yes. No, I turned my camera off briefly. Not really, not from this distance. They only see the desk and the bookcase. No, all I got is ranch and cheese yet. Sorry. And we're back to the top of the 5th. First pitch is a strike over the middle. Clip. It's right next to your pad. Driven to right field, base hit. It's not open yet. I know. Base hit to right, and the Tigers are threatening again. Riley Green takes ball 1 in the dirt. I mean, if you're Joe Espada, you gotta be considering getting Framber Valdez out of there soon. Yeah, he's been able to limit damage since the 3rd inning by keeping guys out away from home plate. But that said, he still gave up 3 runs on 4 straight hits in the 2nd. That one's fouled off. And at least 3 of the first 4 innings, he gave up a base runner. And that usually leads to one thing that's going to add up: chip damage. How many hits can be coughed up or runners can be allowed on the bags until you give up that run? Mom's back, by the way. 1-1 pitch. Inside 2-1. And I do wish to stress the reason I'm a lot calmer than I would be for a Matter Yankee stream is because I don't really give a rat's ass for either of these two. With all apologies to fans of both the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros, but I don't really care about these two teams. But if I had to pick, the lesser of two evils would be the Tigers. Because when you look at the postseason the last decade or so, the Astros have been the necessary villain, having made 8 of the last 9 years, including this one. In any case, 2-1 pitch, or 3-1, that's fouled off, full count. Out to Green. Ow. Andy Ibanez waits on deck. Strike. He had a double in his last at bat, but it didn't amount to much. Payoff pitch from Fromber to Green. And he got him swinging on a curve on a slider. That's only the third man that Valdez has struck out today. And it looks like Espada is going to get the hook and give Valdez the hook, and he is. Valdez's day is done after, let's check the box. "78 pitches, 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts." And the Astros are going to bring in Hector Neris? Are you kidding me? This guy is horrible in the bullpen. Neris only at a 4.10 ERA, and he bounces that one in the dirt. 0-1. 1-0. Lather, he had a whopping 4.10 ERA, but then again, coming out of the bullpen, being infinite suckage has been his repertoire. Tigers go to a pinch hitter. Out goes Andy Ibanez, and in comes Colby Keith. No relation to the late Toby Keith. 2-0. Ball 3. And that's ball 4. Moves a runner to second. Ball 1. Strike 1. Ball 2. That's swung on a miss. 2-2. Two on the 2-2 on the foul. One thing I hate about Daily Motion, its ad revenue, its ad push is even worse than what it gets on YouTube. Here's the 2-2. Fake back, step off to check the runner back to second. That's fouled off. That's fouled. Tipped into the glove, strike 3. And there goes the batting glove to boot. Or elbow pad, I should say. Strike 1. On to Torkelson. Swung and missed, or fouled, 0-2 again. Fouled off. Strike three. He gets out of it. Halfway home, 3-0 Tigers. Dubon leads off for the Astros. Skubal has given up 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 4 in 62 pitches. Swing and a miss by Dubon, strike 1. That's driven to right center. Is it going to drop? Torkelson with a catch. Actually, it was a shallow pop up to right. Want to know the Myers. That's driven to right center, but it's playable, and it's caught. 2 down. By Meadows. Altuve flies one, right field. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for another. Brian King now comes on the pitch. 239 batting average, ERA, 26 and a third pitching. In K rate of 29%, 9% walk rate. Didn't have a lot of appearances, but he was effective out of the pen for the Stros. First pitch is a strike on a sinker, 0-1. Strike two. Through the Meadows. One and two. That's popped up. Third base side, fouled ground. And Bregman makes the catch. 2 down. That's driven to left center, and it's going to fall for a base hit. The left, I should say. 1 out single for the Tigers again, this time by Torkelson. Or Rogers. Ball 1. Strike 1. Or 2. Two and 2. Did he go? No. Full count. And there's strike 3. I thought it was ball 4. 2 down. Astros will make another pitch and change. Brian King coming out, and according to MLB.com's app, Ronel Blanco will be coming in. really think they're pushing the damage of Hurricane Helene way too far with these flood warnings, legit or not. You know what I mean? Why they're doing it, but still, this is even more fear-mongering possible election interference. What's up? What is it? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I had an improvise learning how to use StreamYard as a backup YouTube conduit. Nice. Not a lot of people watch it. I've been trying. I've been starting that. Excuse me, I gotta get back to the game. So far, it's been all Tigers going small ball, and the Astros pitching core not able to figure out how to stop them. Matt Vierling's up. Take on Ronel Blanco. First pitch. Way outside. Ball one on a four-seamer that he overshot. 2.80 ERA, 167 in the third innings pitch. I don't know why they're bringing a starter in at this point. Bounces into the dirt, 2-0. I mean, I get the Astros bullpen sucks as many eggs as a weasel, but still. He has any omnivorous rodent, but still. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. But I'm guessing Blanco didn't expect to be put in this game of the series. In other games just got started. It was Kansas City against Baltimore. Has just gotten underway. Let me move this up. Top 1, 2 out, man on for Kansas City. Strike one. How are you, Pat? 3-1, swung and a miss. Full count. Cheese omelets. Payoff pitch. Got him! So one hit and nothing else for the Tigers again. 3-0 Tigers through 5.5. Wait until your father's in prison for depravity. And we're back as we get a look at Francisco Lindor or the Mets, who fell one bag short of a 30-30 club, mostly because he was forced to sit yet the second game of the doubleheader yesterday. But that said, he helped these boys get into the postseason this year, albeit as a wild card again. First pitch is a ball on the slider to Kyle Tucker. Strike one on the edge with the slider again. Scooble skipping out on the power pitches and now going more for a bit finesse, although the velocity is still there. That's fouled off. 1-2. They got to outlaw southpaws. Alvarez on deck. In the dirt, 2-2. Or low in 2-2. 2-2 pitch. It's a pop-up. Shortstop side. Sweeney under it. He's got it. One down. Here's Jordan. Jordy has one of the three hits. All of them singles given up by Scrooble. That one almost hits him. Ball one. High, tight slider that goes way overboard. 300 extra base hits, and 300 walks in his first 600 career games. Jordan Alvarez is among an elite group alongside Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Hank Greenberg, and Ted Williams. 1-0. That's fouled off. 1-1. Went with the heater, didn't get anything with it. One. Going in on the sinker, 1-2. Just catches the low inner edge, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Bounced into the dirt, 2-2. But Joe Espada wouldn't do for a trash can right now. Got him looking. 1 down. 2 down. Snarf, snarf. Here's Bregman, and he takes a curveball over the plate, 0-1. No, I didn't. It was so improv, to be honest. Fouled off. 1-1. Besides, I did say I wasn't going to go too far off the handle. 2-1. 2-2, excuse me. You gotta wonder if this will be the last inning for Scrooble at 82, on what's about to be 82 pitches. 2-2 pitch on the way. Just missed, full count. And Scrooble and we're gonna have a mound visit. And here comes Hinch, and you hear the boo birds. It looks like it's time to give him the hook. Wasn't expecting this for a mound visit. I don't know what the hell's going on, folks. Trust me, I don't. Did he pull something? You know, it's not sticky stuff on the hand, so maybe it's just been an injury checkup. I don't know. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. That's fouled back. That's driven to left field, deep to the track, and it's off the top of the scoreboard. Bregman will be held at first with a single. Just short of getting into the Crawford boxes. And Green played the carom perfectly. He saw it coming off the top of the Crawford box. It didn't. It hit that line, but it didn't go over it. Here's Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss, strike one. That was a long single. If Bregman bolts it as soon as that ball is hit, he would have had a double. But Green played the bounce, the carom off the top of the wall perfectly. That's driven to right field, down the line, but it's hooking foul. 1-1. 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. We go to the seventh, 3-0 Tigers. Ow. It was about a 7-ouncer. Oh. looks like I only need about 2 of them. Let me get what I need. Even that roughly only up to like a pound and a half. Fuck the Kelseys. In any case, we go to the top of the 7th. My shoulder. Maybe I should have asked Doc to pop my shoulders while I was in there. I'm going to get my arms back in proper alignment. No, indeed, Michael K. And Gary Carpenter will pinch hit. Fouls that one off down the first baseline. 0-1. Swing and a foul tip out of the glove. 0-2. And so far, they've held the Tigers in check, but unfortunately, the Astros offense has been unbearably stagnant to where they can't capitalize. Did he go around? No, he did not. 1-2. I mean, seriously. You think with the extra day off, because their game got washed out against Cleveland, got washed out, Houston would be much more fresh. That's fouled down the third baseline. We'll do it again. Against left-handed pitching, Kerry Carpenter sucks, but against right-handers, he thrived. 107 with a home run and 4 ribbies against lefties, as opposed to a 305 batting average and 1753 splits against righties. Did he go around this time? No, he didn't. 2-2. They just grounded to first, scooped up, and stepping on the bag is Caratini, 1 down. I forgot to turn off something. Riley Green up, ball 1. It's a grounder to first. Caratini will scoop it up, take it to the bag himself, 2 down. Strike 1. On to Keith, who's taking over at second. Popped up, down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. Drop foul again. 0-2 is popped up. Third base side. Bregman gonna give it a look, and it's gonna go over the netting and beyond the Tigers' dugout. We'll do it again. Ow. Ball 2. Or was that ball 1? Ball 1. Did he go? No. 2-2. I didn't even see the bat barrel go all the way around anyway. Ball 3. We'll do it again. Full count. If you're Joe Espada, who do you put in at this point? I mean, like I said, I would have laughed if you told. I would have laughed my ass to death. That's fouled off and on the hand of Yandy Diaz. As I was saying, if you had told me at the start of the year the Tigers were going to make the postseason in Major League Baseball, I would have legitimately fallen on the floor, rolling around, and laughing my ass off to death. I mean, to the point I suffocated to death. And there's ball 4. Ball 1 to Willisine Perez, or however the fuck to pronounce this name. Ball 2. Oh, they're calling that a strike? To Wenzel Perez? Seriously? How's that a strike? Whatever. 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again, 1-2. Other games going on. Bottom 2, no score in Kansas City between the Royals and the Orioles. 2 out and a man on first for Kansas City, and their attempt to threat ends with Ramon Urias flying out to MJ Melendez and left. 1-2 pitch here. That's driven in the right center. Is it going to drop? Yes, base hit. The throw going to go to third, too late. Throw to second. He's out. What, he's safe? If I'm Joe Espada, I'd take a look at that. Because that looked like Perez was out to me. Can we get a replay here, guys? Espada calling for a challenge at the play at second. Let's look at it. Okay, let's see. He's safe. By a hand and a foot, it looks like Wenzel Perez is safe at second. Barely able to keep his right hand and hook the top of his right foot onto the bag. This is going to take a while. I mean, we know the runner at third is safe, but what about Perez at second? No back blockage. Come on, Pat, where are you? Say you've been in here, but then again, it makes sense you wouldn't be in here when I told you the time of the first pitch was 2:32. Okay, safe. And it's going to stand, and that just cost Houston the challenge. Tough break for the Astros. They lose a challenge. It's now runners on second and third with a single and a movement on a throw. Here's Spencer Torkelson. Didn't go. Ball one. I mean, even I could tell that ball wasn't. They didn't swing at that pitch. 2-0. Colt Keith at third. Wenzel Perez at second. 2-0 count to Torkelson and 2 out. That one barely catches the outside edge. 2-1. Ball three. And there's ball four to load the bags. And this is not a situation, if you're Joe Espada, you want your pitching core to be in this late in the game. And Caleb Ferguson, the southpaw, warming up. Meadows pops it up. Is this going to stay in play for Bregman? Nope. Goes over the net and beyond the Tigers' dugout. 1-1. Oh, 1, did he go? He caught him this time. 0-2. Yeah, these baseline umpires have been a bit inconsistent, but that was clear cut. The barrel of the bat went over the plate. 0-2 pitch. Got him, and the Astros dodge another bullet. No runs, 2 hits, a walk, and the Tigers leave the bases loaded. Time to stretch. 3-0 Tigers. Too bad they had the Oh wait, they did the Asheville show. So. At least they got there ahead of Helene. Damn. For those wondering what I'm looking at, there was a video. There was a reels put up by veteran voice actor Joshua Seth about what his this Florida neighborhood looked like in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. It's called Shrek the Third. And Struble is done after 6 innings. First Detroit pitcher to have a scoreless start in his playoff opener. 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, no earned runs, and the Tigers go to strike 1. Willie Vest. That's fouled back. 1-2. Jeremy Pena struck out twice for the Astros. He does not want a freaking golden sombrero. You're going to have to see if people get the platinum this year. That one's fouled off. We'll do it again. 0-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3. Sometimes I'm wondering if the Astros don't have any plate discipline. I mean, I get they're taking the Tigers too lightly, but you don't want to be taking the Tigers lightly, but you don't want to take them too lightly. There's a reason this year they got the moniker of Gritty Tiggies. Strike 1. 1 to Caratini. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Second ranked ERA in the bull. The Tigers had the second best bullpen ERA this year, second best bullpen whip, fourth best opposition batting average, and third best OPS slugging. OPS of any bullpen in the league. 1-2. 1-2 to Caratini. Ground ball to third. Foul. That looked fair to me. Can we get a replay on that? Because that looked like a fair ball to me. And let's see. That's a close one. Can we get a zoom in shot? One, two. That one's definitely foul. I mean, I'm no Stros simp. Don't get me wrong, folks. Got him looking. 2 down. In about 45 minutes, Mets and Brewers will get started. Going on right now, bottom three, no score in Baltimore. Runner on second, one out for Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles, facing Cole Reagans of the Royals. And now we got a pinch hitter for Mauricio Dubon. Is Jared Singleton. Strike one. John Singleton, excuse me. Swing and a miss. Took a sinker way out, just a bit out the edge, out on the outside part. 0-2. Ball one. One-two pitch. Bounces into the dirt and up over the backstop. 2-2. Not that it matters in this case since there's nobody on base. If it was strike three and it did that, then yeah, Singleton could take off and try to get on first and nullify the final out. But as that was a ball pitch, didn't matter. 2-2 pitch. That's driven to center. It's deep, but it's playable. Meadows is under it, and that ends the inning. Tigers continuing to hold the line through 7. Detroit 3. Houston, nothing. First pitch, did he go? No, you're not. Ball one. That's a big cut and a miss. 1-1. To Jake Rogers, who singled twice and scored and drove in a run. Cut on miss again. 1-2. They're going to keep Blanco in. I'm not sure about this move by Espada. Swung and missed strike 3. All of them on the low outside edge of the plate. Rogers chased every single one of them. One down. Sweeney fouls that one off on 1. No go around on that one. 1-2. One, two, he got him that time. 2 down. On 1. Let's foul off 1-2. To Matt Vierling. Outside with that slider again. 2-2. Popped up down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul. Full count. There's ball 4. Tigers have left 10 men on the base pass. The Astros have left 5, and now Espada is going to take the ball away from Roman Blanco. From Blanco as Caleb Ferguson gets ready to come in. We'll take a TV timeout. Top 8, 2 out, man on first, 3-0 Tigers. Gary Carpenter getting ready to hit. Where are you? Ball one. Throw to second. Got him. I don't know what that was all about, but Veerling paid for it. Because that was the last out. Going to the bottom of the eighth. 3-0 Tigers. Turn around, gone. Hmm? All right. Yeah, it's just, it was so. I didn't think she. Never mind. It just slipped my mind before she flew off for Ohio. Yeah, I just. That was too obvious. First pitch to Jason Hayward. I'm surprised they're bringing him in as a pinch hitter today. Didn't do much all of the season for the Astros. Only 10 homers, 37 RBIs, 211 strike one. In the dirt, 1-1. One from Vest. Just missed on the corner, 2-1. Popped up, and I'm going to go foul. Now Josh Hader, was picked up in a trade with San Diego last year, warms up. Strike three. It seems every time I'm watching an Astros game, they lose outside of World Series games. Just asking myself that question, folks. Strike one. Altuve has one of the only 3 or 5 hits for Houston today. It was a single. And he rips that one foul off the netting on the first base side, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Got him looking. Altuve doesn't like the call, but he'll have to deal with it. 2 down. Best may be on his way to a save. Maybe if Hinch decides to keep him in, but he's not going to. Instead, he's going to go to his bullpen. 5 outs. 1 2/3 innings of work. A little over 20 pitches. 4 strikeouts. In those 5 at bats. That was 4 batters. And for those wondering, I have no interest in politics. And when you consider that David Muir, for this vice presidential debate, and when you consider David Muir is in Kamala Harris's pocket, you know it's going to be as rigged as the presidential one was last month. It'll be Tyler Holton coming on to get a 4-out save for the Tigers. Anyone with half a brain knows that this is basically a setup to make J.D. Vance look bad. Cheap-ass knockoff of the OG Nickelodeon, what would you do? Other games going on. Top 5, still scoreless in Baltimore. Corbin Burns has only thrown 45 pitches. He's given up 2 hits. He just gave up a Yuli Gurriel single. You see the conductor on top of the tracks at Minute Maid Park, hell bent to get those Slovacek's oranges. That Slovacek's orange train running. Of course, for that to happen, someone's got to hit it over that damn fence. Got to hit into the Crawford boxes. Bregman came close, but he just missed by a few feet. Holton had a 2.19 ERA in 94 1/3 innings, 5% walk rate, and a 22% strikeout rate with 8 saves. That's grounded foul by Tucker, 0-1. Oh, 1. That's grounded to short, scooped up, fired, got him. Note to self, report that channel. And to beset the U.S. soon. Because at that point, the only ports that will be open are those on the West Coast. And we all know what's going to happen to those ports. It'll be Karen Carpenter, Riley Green, and Colby Keith due up for the Tigers in the ninth. Stars are not shining bright tonight in Texas. Josh Hader onto the mound. A 3.80 bat ERA, 71 innings, 38% strikeout rate, 9% walk rate, 34 saves. Now, I get why you bring in your closer in a losing effort. It's damage control and not it's for damage control. But then again, your bullpen is having to play damage control this whole game. Strike one. Yeah. Ground ball to short, to second. Altuve able to throw it. Caratini's got it. One down. 2 pitches, 1 out. Riley Green over 4. Is it gone or did it bounce in? Green gets a ground rule double. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, folks. Inner right field and bounced over the wall. Ball from the ground. Let's see, where'd this one land? Okay, it bounced over the fence. Here's Keith, and he takes 0-1. Ball 1. That's pop foul. 0-2. 1-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Ground ball, 2 down. That moves Green over to third. Ew. Wenzel Perez is up. Takes ball 1 high just off the edge. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-2. 2-2. 2-2. Foul to the backstop. We'll do it again. Hater will take a step. Hater will take a step off. Leighton, the Eternal Diva. 2-2 is popped up. First base side, Caratini under it, and we're going to go to the bottom of the ninth. Ground rule double, but nothing else for the Tigers. Last chance for the Stros. They're down 3, and they need 4. Yordan Alvarez, Jeremy Pena, Alex Bregman, and Yandy Diaz, the last hopes of the Stros in this game. First pitch to Alvey. Strike 1 from Jason Foley. who went 28 out of 32 in save opportunities this year. Strike 2 on the foul ball. Two and two. One-two pitch on the way to Jordan. That's foul to the backstop, to the screen behind them. Behind the plate, we'll do it again. Smith Shire? Anything? Oh. Bullpen arm. Must have been a star that was used in early portions during the regular season before the injuries. That's fouled off again, and we'll do it again. So the Braves have announced that their starter in place of Chris Sale will be A.J. Smith-Shawver, 21-year-old, who's up briefly for the Braves this year. One-two pitch on the way. Alvarez flies this out to left field. Track, wall, leap, off the wall. And it's going to carry him towards center, and Alvarez will just jog into second with a leadoff double. They're going to do a pinch runner. It's going to be Zach DeZenzo. Pinch running for Jordan. Which means if the Tigers are able to tie this, the Astros are able to tie this bugger up, he'll be in for the rest of the game as DH for Jordan. Bad leg and all. I don't even know why Joe Espada let him play with that bad wheel. 40,000 plus in Minute Maid now on their feet. Here's Yandy D, Alex Bregman. That's fouled down the third line. 0-1. On one. Two and one. Two one up the middle. Stuck, but you'll have to put it in the pocket. I mean, it's a bait into the pocket. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. On second thought, just forget it. What the fuck was I thinking? God forgive me for that. Trying to calm Foley down. He knows he's put himself in a bad spot as Bregman hit an infield single to Sweeney. The only saving grace is that Sweeney was able to get on that ball, cover it up, and stop DeZenzo from scoring. If that ball gets completely through the outfield, the shutout's gone for the Tigers. Diaz has a walk under his ledger today. Tigers move their infield into double play depth, willing to give up a run for a couple of outs. Strike one on the sinker. Strike two. Oh, forget it. Swung on a miss. Tipped into the glove and he got him. One down. Oh, it hit the dirt? Okay, I'm getting confused. It hit the dirt or did it get into the glove first? Okay, hit the dirt. So Diaz is lucky. He's still alive. Yeah, I couldn't really see. Hinch doesn't like the call, but whatever. Still 0-2. Ground ball through the hole in right, beat through the second base side, base hit. There goes the shutout. 3-1 Tigers. Every in the other RBI single for Diaz. 3-1 Tigers. Yeah, you know there's going to be a lot of bullshit to keep that winning streak of the Astros alive. I mean, of course there is. Script writers got to script right, and fuckers have got to fuck, if you get the picture I'm trying to paint. Pardon my mouth, but this is where my hatred towards the Astros boils, especially in the postseason. Double play depth still in play for the Tigers. Ball one to Pena. Pena struck out 3 times today. He does not want the dreaded golden sombrero, i.e., he doesn't want to strike out a 4th time. They're going to go with a bunt, and it's foul, 1-1. I don't have an issue with bunting there either. But once that gets to 2 strikes, throw bunting out the window. Throw the bunt out the window. Suicide squeeze, throw to first. They get the out, but it moves the runners into scoring position. Diaz at second. Bregman at third. If the Tigers give up a single here, we got a tie game, folks. And of course, if that ball goes over that fence and goes into the Crawford boxes or into the gas seats in center and left center respectively, game over. Tigers will now go to their closer. Who? And it's going to be Bo Brisky. I have never heard of this guy. Going to see if he can close it out. Royals get on the board first in Baltimore on a Bobby Witt Jr. RBI single with 2 outs, but he got picked off trying to steal second. My dick is about ready to burst, folks. Teams are 1 in 538 when trailing by 3 or more entering the ninth. And this is a trend that's been going on for about 3.5 decades, just a heads up. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. First game in this best of 3 between these two. Here's the 2. Strike 2. Caratini waiting. Lines that to left. It's caught. Tag up by Deep. And it's thrown right back in to prevent a tag up. 2 down, 1 to go for the Tigers. They won't get the shutout, but if they can keep that ball in the park, they'll win. Big play by Riley Green there. They're throwing it back in to avoid a tag up. Here's McCormick coming in the pinch hit. Ball 1. Singleton sink pinch hit for Dubon. And now McCormick is all that's left for the Astros. 1-0. Driven to right, but it's going to hook foul. 1-1. Crowd going ballistic at Minute Maid. One is fouled off to the third base side. The Tigers are now just a strike away from winning this ball game and from getting the early upper hand in the ball game. One, two, the count. The pitch. That's fouled down the first base line. We'll do it again. One, two. In the dirt, no one moves up. 2-2. I mean, if that got away from Rogers, then it would have been a one-run game. Let's go Astros chance break out again in Minute Maid. 2-2 count. Bottom 9. 2 men in scoring position. Tigers up 2. Driven foul will do it again. In the dirt, full count. Now don't expect any of the runners to go since first base is vacant. So what do you do if you're Brisky? Try for the strikeout, or do you walk him to load the bases? On the one hand, you worry fouling him off. On the other hand, you give the chance to have a double. Give him McCormick speed. If Hayward can hit it into the gap deep enough, it could clear the bags, and the Astros could win in an upset. Bo Brisky looking to get the strikeout. Ball 4. Ball gets away, but no one's going to move up. And now the tension builds. The bags are loaded for Jason Hayward. 2 outs. Bottom 9. 3-1 Tigers. The last team to come from behind by 3 or more in the ninth to win the game. The 2016 Chicago Cubs. Game 4 of the NLDS in that season when they defeated the clinched it to defeat the San Francisco Giants and go on to their second straight NLCS. Their second of 3 from 2015 to 17. And the only one of the 3 they'd end up winning and breaking their 108-year world title drought. First pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball 1. That's foul off, 1-1. Way low, 2-1. And this is something you don't want if you're AJ Hinch. You need him to make contact, but with Bruschi throwing so low in the dirt, Astros pitchers are not going after it. Swing and a miss, 2-2 by Hayward. Could have chased that one, Lindy. Two-two, line in the... Caught by Torkelson, and the Tigers win it. The Astros had the bags loaded in the ninth, and they couldn't get it done. Final score, Detroit Tigers 3, Houston Astros 1. Tigers finished with 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Astros. Your winning pitcher, hang on a sec. Tarek Skubal, losing pitcher from Revolves. Bo Brewski gets the save. And that does it for this game. Thanks to anyone who did bother to show up. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to the other members of the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Not just myself, but also Big Pat Sports Talk, Classified 4F with Joel, Whaleston, Jersey, G Nation Inside Sport, Big Lou of G Nation Inside Sports, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Man Cave Podcast, Zion Zenith, El Capitan Rafael, Zion Zenith, Pat of Big Pat Sports Talk, and all the members of the Miz and all the members of the crew. Till then, I'm out. I'll see you in about 2.5 hours for NXT's debut on the CW. Goodbye and good fucking night. Bang.